I finally got my hands on Seedance 2.0 and I put it through a bunch of tests against Kling 3 to see if this new model actually stands up to the hype or if the threat of copyright lawsuits has absolutely crippled it. And spoiler, there is at least one category where Kling 3 still comes out on top in my opinion. Now before we get started, it's important to acknowledge that Seedance 2.0 is not launched publicly worldwide. I'm under an NDA, so I can't tell you how I accessed it, but I did have a lot of limitations. I wasn't able to generate anything with an image as the start frame or use any of the more advanced features that should ship out with the model when it officially releases. That said, when Seedance does fully release, I'll break down all of those details, so subscribe for that follow-up video. And if you're glad that I'm kind of bending the rules and giving you a sneak peek with this one, hit the like because that one helps me a lot. Without further ado, let's dive into the cinematic test. I gave a crazy long and detailed prompt for a 3-shot sequence of a masked samurai entering a ninja temple. You can pause the screen and read it over if you want, but the scene is supposed to have a voiceover dialogue in both the first and the last shots. First, let's take a look at Kling 3. Alright, so the samurai starts walking the wrong way, he seems to already be inside the temple, and there's no voiceover. This looks okay, their sword has 2 hilts though.
Come out from the shadows.
And we've got warping ninjas, which ironically kind of works in this context, but it's still technically a problem. Now let's check out Seedance 2.0.
The sanctuary has fallen silent. Come out from the shadows.
This is honestly flawless, except the samurai does have 2 sword hilts right here on the final shot, but oh, it was so close to perfect. The audio was amazing too. Go back and listen to it again. Here's the side-by-side of both generations shot for shot. Seedance 2.0 clearly looks way better than Kling.
Come out from the shadows.
The second test is really designed to stretch the AI model's capabilities when it comes to motion and physics. It's a car chase. Interestingly, this was the only video that I was able to successfully generate using a start frame in Seedance 2. I think it's maybe because there aren't any people in that start frame. Now look, both these models have some weirdness going on, so let's break it down. Visually, Seedance looks much better than Kling. It's sharper and the camera moves are way more dynamic. That said, I actually think Kling did a better job when it came to logic. Through the whole Kling generation, the McLaren is chased by just a couple of cops until they all kind of converge at the intersection, which is a really crappy shot by the way, but it still makes more logical sense than Seedance, because Seedance has way more police cars all around through the entire video, even ones that are in front of the McLaren, so it just doesn't make sense. I think I still have to give the win to Seedance here, but the logic definitely needs to be polished up a bit. Now I know I want to check out the action test results as well, but first, while we're looking at the complex movement of these cars, I want to test Seedance's physics with the most difficult prompt that I know, which is a baseball pitching and hitting scene. Both models received this same prompt. Let's see how they compare. Clearly, this is way beyond Kling's wheelhouse right now. I would break it down more, but all of the flaws are pretty obvious and numerous, so I think it's just kind of unnecessary. Now, let's take a look at Seedance. This is the first AI model that has ever gotten the insanely complex physics of baseball correct. And I hate to use this word, but this is insane. We do have a little weird fail where the pitcher completely changes identities between shots, and the text on the jersey doesn't really look right, but this is still a massive leap forward. I almost couldn't believe my eyes when I saw this, so I ran the test again to see if the results would be repeated. Dude, this is wild. Now I do have 3 different action scenes to show you, but first I wanted to see how Seedance would perform at 2 different style extremes. The first is ultra realism. I gave it a test to generate a UGC style video of a bodybuilder influencer eating a meal. This is gonna test audio realism and something that AI has really struggled with, which is realistic eating animation. First, check out Kling as the baseline.
Chicken and broccoli, bro. That's the secret.
Visually, Kling looks pretty good, but there is a bit of warping that happens on the plate when he stabs the broccoli. The bite itself also looks a little bit strange. It's kind of hard to put my finger on it, but overall, I'd probably give this generation like an 8 out of 10 visually. The audio is a little weird though. It sounds a bit artificial, he added an extra bro to the dialogue, and the bite sound is strange and kind of exaggerated. Watch it again and then check out Seedance's version.
Chicken and broccoli, bro. That's the secret.
Chicken and broccoli, bro. That's the secret.
See, now I think that Seedance actually has the opposite problem. It sounds really good, but visually there's just something that's like a little bit off about it. There's no warping on the plate and the bite looks perfect, but for some reason the entire generation has a bit of like a over-sharpened fake look to it compared to Kling. I tried generating it again and the problem was still there.
Chicken and broccoli, bro. That's the secret.
I do think it was a little bit less obvious in this one though. Now I get it, I'm nitpicking, but that's my job. Both of these videos look and sound better than Kling 3 and better than any other model I've ever used. The question is, does that hold for the next style, which is animation? I generated the same clip of a chef in a kitchen in both models. Now we're gonna do a blind test for these and I'll reveal at the end which is which. I think the animation style of clip number 2 looks better overall, though there are some weird warping elements when the chef cuts the chives and picks up the spoon. In my opinion, clip number 1 looks like a lower quality animation, but there's not any warping with the knife when it cuts the chives or cilantro, whatever this is, and I think that's really impressive. Now let me know in the comments if you got it right, because clip number 1 is Seedance and clip number 2 is Kling. This result kind of surprised me, but I think I understand what's going on. See, I think Seedance is very nerfed here because when I was doing the prompting, it blocked any reference to Pixar-style animation because, you know, Disney. But despite the lower quality animation, the physics of chopping and everything else hold firm. The only real issue here is that the fridge opens the wrong way at the beginning. So in the end, I think that Kling's animation style looks better overall, but the warping is a persistent problem with this model that doesn't exist with Seedance. Now finally, let's test the mother of all warping susceptible genres, action. First we're gonna test hand-to-hand combat, then modern combat, then finally mass destruction with an alien monster. Check out Kling's rendition of a kung fu fight. Warp City. This isn't even close to usable, and I'm not even gonna try to break it down. You can see everything wrong with this. Now for Seedance. Dude. Oh my goodness. I mean, we knew that Seedance had great fight physics, but you never really know if you can trust external sources. And having my hands on this now, This is wild. There is one thing that I threw in there in the prompt to try to trip it up, and it did fail. See this spin with the bamboo stalk, the fighter's arm twists independently of his body. It's really fast, so it's hard to notice at full speed, but it is proof that Seedance 2.0 isn't flawless yet. Now let's revisit my zombie military operation clip from my Kling 3 review. As a refresher, here's what Kling looks like. Now I thought Kling did pretty well with this. There's definitely some AI weirdness going on, but it was a big leap at the time. Now here's Seedance. This is really in another league entirely. There is one weird shot kind of near the middle where it looks like the military squad is like crossfiring each other, which wouldn't happen tactically, but everything else from the lighting to the physics to the camera movement is impeccable. And this is a first, and I wonder if you noticed it, they even have a blood splatter from the zombies when they're hit with a bullet. Holy crap. Finally, let's do a relatively simple prompt for a monster disaster scene in New York. Here's Kling. Ouch. The people at the beginning look bad, the buildings look bad, the monster looks bad, and the physics are atrocious. This scale of mass destruction and the physics related to it are famously hard for AI to understand, so let's see how Seedance does with the same prompt. There are so many layers to this, and I want you to appreciate it with me. First of all, the people look, act, and sound almost perfect. I mean, sure, if you pause the shot, it's clearly still AI, but on full speed playback, it's not very noticeable. Next, the monster itself is practically flawless, but what's even more impressive than that is all of the destruction looks like multi-million-dollar VFX work. The buildings crumble, shatter, and produce dust in a very real way, and they even seem to uphold the weight of the monster in the middle here. Finally, the thing that blows my mind the most is the entire scene feels like it's directed like a movie. If you remember Kling, it was just a bunch of shots kind of thrown together in a haphazard way. Seedance starts wide, and then it has this super dynamic shot of a monster's foot coming down on the camera, followed by a matching shot of the foot landing, then a final hero roar shot at the end. That is what makes this scene really feel so legit. Now, is it perfect? No, there are some mistakes here. First, the monster in the first shot has 3 main toes on its foot, and then in the second shot, there's only 2. The second shot also has a fire hydrant, like right in the middle of the road, which is wrong. But honestly, I kind of didn't think that there would be a day where the biggest issues I would have with an AI video generation would be that it had inconsistent toes on a monster and there was an out-of-place fire hydrant. Again, this is still a pre-release version of Seedance 2.0, but it is post-nerf, so I'm going to imagine that the publicly released version of the model will have the same physics, audio, and action quality as what we just saw with my test. There's still plenty more features for me to test out when I get my hands on the complete version of this model, so definitely subscribe if you want to see that video when it releases. But until then, you might be interested in this video up here where I made a horror style movie scene with all of the currently available video models. This is a great example of how powerful Kling 3 can be when it's used in the right way.